which will make it live, and we'll go live right here. Oh yeah, I got the spinny wheel.
The spinny wheel.
Good morning.
The spinny wheel. Are we on? Are
I
we
like
live?
this song. Yes, I like the song that you're making right now.
Thanks.
Let me make sure we're okay on YouTube. Yep, we're good on YouTube.
Awesome.
We're good on the face page. And
We
we have a lone watcher.
a lone watcher.
Hello, lone watcher.
I'm gonna.
Kelly.
It's either Kelly or Holly. It's one of the two.
I honestly, you can't tell unless they comment. Comment, lone watcher. All right, let's play our little theme song
There
here.
have been surprising people who watch. I think a lot of them watch it during replay.
I think you're right.
I think you're right too.
It's church chat with Pastors Dan and Dave. Come hang out with us on our stream. It's Church Chat Wednesday.
I don't know what just happened over there. That was something.
I was in our 9th grade play, and that was my job, was to play Moon River on a kazoo.
How'd that go?
It was okay.
By the way, it's Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Welcome to Church Chat, everybody. I'm Pastor Dan.
And I'm Pastor Dave.
And James Adkins is over pushing buttons and making magic happen as he do. And we are so glad that you're with us today. I got to tell you, so I pulled in to the driveway.
Yeah.
And before I got out of my car, James was walking out to my car to hand me a cup of coffee. And not just any cup of coffee, mind you. Did you see? A cappuccino.
Holy moly.
Homemade
Made a cappuccino.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
See, that would have changed my whole order
Because
this morning.
I asked.
He asked if you wanted anything.
Yeah, it was a coffee. I didn't know it was we were doing
Cappuccino.
Holy moly.
I know. The service here is impeccable.
It is.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
fantastic. And we are glad that you're with us. We are going to be talking with Wendy McCormick, who is Director of Habitat for Humanity here in Findlay. This is our Habitat Week. We're going to be on Friday out doing a habitat build. It's an apostle build, which is, and I'm sure she'll explain a little bit about it, but it's mostly churches that are primarily building this home here in town. And so very cool thing. We'll talk with her about that a little bit more.
Sign-ups have been great. I keep adding slots
Good.
because I think we were supposed to be 5 per shift, 3
Okay.
shifts. I just keep adding slots.
Excellent.
Because I just figure,
Yeah.
people are still interested. You got to put them.
We get enough people there. We could probably just finish the house.
Yeah, let's just
Friday.
build the house.
We'll just do it all. Why not?
Most of us can stand around drinking coffee.
Oh, there you go. Could do that.
We could all be managers.
Pretty good at that.
Now, did you have a specific sign-up slot? We talked about this last week a little bit for the person who gets to climb up in the attic and blow insulation in the middle of the afternoon.
Somebody named Dan Metzger is already in that slot.
I figure we'll play insulation roulette and just
Oh, okay.
let the chips fall where they may.
Fall where they may. There you go. Good deal.
By the way, Holly wants to know if there's a prize for being first on the stream.
Is there a prize? Maybe once we get some merch, we'll have a prize.
What about chicken wings?
Chicken wings. We were just watching a video that I posted
wings.
on my Facebook page. It's great. It's this guy at a city council meeting, like an actual city council meeting, and he's trying to get the city to remove and eliminate the name boneless chicken wings from the vocabulary of the city because he says it's a lie.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no such thing as a boneless chicken wing.
Right,
It's
it's
not
just
a
chicken breast.
It's a chicken breast. It's just what it is, and he's like, and if it's already a chicken tender, in that way you don't need the word boneless, because I don't ask for boneless tacos or boneless auto repair.
Yeah, I like it.
It's so good. Go on there and watch it after this, of course.
Yeah.
After this, yeah. So we'll come up with we're still on the hunt for somebody to design a logo for us, caricatures, something
What about
like that.
boneless church chat?
But I have bones in my fingers and my arms. It's not. Sorry.
Let's think on it.
All right. So a couple things we need to talk about. Number one, chickens. And I have a great chicken story that I shared with you yesterday, but I thought everybody would enjoy this. So we let the chickens run in the backyard. You know the drill. Yesterday morning, I'm drinking my coffee, not a cappuccino, just a regular K-cup of some sort. And I hear the chickens outside freaking out. And so I'm like, what are they doing? I'm always worried about that because I'm like, so far I haven't had any neighbors complain, but I don't want them to be annoying. So I go out there to try to toss them some food or something, make them quiet. I open the door, and right outside my door on my grill is a red-tailed hawk just sitting there. And the chickens are all like hiding under stools and stuff. And they were all fine. The hawk flies away, and Hey, everyone's favorite, comes running over to me and stands directly between my legs, like between my feet, and just stands there. And every step I take, he follows me. It stays underneath me. And I eventually just reach down, and she lets me just pick her up, and I just put them all away. So I let them back out today.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Here's the thing. Weren't you just a little bit tempted to grab your cell phone?
Oh,
And
kinda.
just- This is going to
Just
be
watch.
an episode of Wild America right here. Ooh.
That's just because you don't want chickens anymore.
Apparently, my brother-in-law, they live out in the country, and he just got, earlier this year, got 80 chickens.
80.
A ton of them. He's down to 4. Apparently, so out in Van Wert, in that area, there's a mink farm.
Ooh.
And apparently some of them have gotten out, and it was just a massacre.
Wow.
Down to 4.
Aren't they extremely mean little creatures?
Minks, yes.
Yes.
They also make delightful coats, I'm told.
Stoles.
Now, my neighbors, I think, might. I'm wondering if they're going to be getting agitated. I just noticed a couple times the guy next door. We used to have a shared driveway. We split it, but he had to go out front to talk on his cell phone because the chickens were being so
Should take him some eggs.
gabby. I was thinking about it.
Yeah, take him some eggs. Apology eggs.
I did give the other side apology eggs. So as soon as I get enough, I'll give them.
Apology eggs. Okay. Second thing, and it sparked an idea for me that I want to run by you and both of our viewers. You're talking about, and we won't name any names, but you got some pizza not too long ago from a local place, and it wasn't your favorite pizza that you've had here in town.
Nope, hot garbage.
What is, out of curiosity, your favorite pizza in town?
We're going to be
In
losing
town?
sponsors over this.
Well, we didn't name names.
We're not
but
naming names.
In town would
It's
be.
not, the pizza place is not called Hot Garbage.
I'm glad I didn't say it then because I just didn't notice he didn't mention the name.
Yes.
So, Joey Fratello's, I think,
Yeah,
is
one of your
is
favorites.
Probably the best in town.
Here's
Here.
what's that?
I said here.
Here's my thought. What if we made it a segment on this show every week? There's how many pizza places here in town that
8 more than we need.
we find a way to get a different pizza from a different place every week. Let James order it and not tell us where it's from. And we do a blind taste test of every pizza place in Findlay.
I can up that idea just a little bit.
Okay?
You get 2 pizzas and you have a showdown every week.
Ooh!
And then you do a bracket, right? until you get to the last.
Now, is this like Barstool Sports where it's just one bite only?
Well, I'd say one slice only. I mean,
One slice, okay.
Yeah.
and we're gonna get Dan's credit card, right? To do
Oh,
this?
absolutely.
Okay.
Unless, can we get some sort of like GoFundMe for this?
Now, here's my thing, though.
Because, and then, so we do the bracket, and then whoever wins gets the official Church Chat seal of approval.
And they get to sponsor us.
I love it.
Here's the thing, though, is I'm very orthodox when it comes to pizza.
Okay.
All right, so are we in agreement on that? Because there's no macaroni and cheese
No,
on
no, no,
pizza.
no.
There's no boneless wings on pizza.
Well, I think we could do one of two things. We just say, hey, give us, your pepperoni, or pepperoni and sausage, whatever.
Yep.
Whatever. Or we tell them, give us, what's your best? What are you known for?
You're gonna end up with apples and oranges, though.
Yeah. So maybe you want to stick with the regular pizza. You can judge on cheese, crust, sauce, toppings,
Presentation.
presentation. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one
That's good.
saying
I'm down.
this.
All right.
This pizza is sassy yet unpresumptuous.
It insists upon itself. I think that this could be a winner.
Winner, winner.
So if anybody else is, and then we do. How many pizza places are there in town?
Seriously though, there's a ton.
There's a lot, and but you've got your Pizza Hut, but then you've got your mom and pop places. So there's
Yes.
like there's a few that I know. Grew up around here, but still I haven't had Paradise. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
One thing to consider is if we start this, if we really want to do it, it's going to take a long time.
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, for sure.
Or we could try to do them all in one show, but I mean,
And do we count grocery stores?
man,
So pizza.
do we count? Holly makes a good homemade pizza.
Out of self-preservation, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Heidi's pizza is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Well, let's definitely not pit Holly's pizza against Heidi's pizza because there's no scenario in which it works out well for us.
Cat fight.
There's no scenario in which
Let's do
it goes well for us. So
We have 2 viewers right now. It could be both of them.
it's probably our wives. Oh shoot. Anyway, few church things just to let people know about. Again, doing Habitat this week. Dave said we're still just adding slots, so if you want to sign up, just let us know. We're still happy to put you in there and let you help you find a time to be able to come and to serve in that way. Also, next Thursday starts Financial Peace University. So if we've talked about that a few times, if that's something that you are interested in, let us know. We'd love to help you get signed up. And you can just call the office. And by the way, if you call the office, you will likely get to talk to Tina, our new administrative assistant.
How do you say her last name? Ansel?
Isel? Tina? I'm not sure. We'll ask her.
Yeah.
She told me before and I forgot. I feel bad.
It's one of those that you could pronounce several ways. It's like
Right.
A-I.
Here's the reality. Tina is Tina.
Yeah.
And she's awesome. And so you get a chance to meet her. She should be a guest on the show.
That would be good.
We'll introduce Tina to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll
That'd
do
be
that
good.
sometime.
Yeah.
She'll be an upcoming guest. Absolutely. So, speaking of guests, I believe I see Wendy.
Yep, but I got to pull her on the stream here.
All right. So we are getting ready to talk with Wendy McCormick, who is the, CEO, director?
Yeah,
whatever.
she's the executive
director
And
at
she's
Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, wait, I got to make it so you guys can hear her.
I can't hear her.
Now you can.
Now I can hear her. Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Hi.
Can you hear us? Let's hope she can Hello, hello. Don't hear us. Okay. Well,
I see her picture.
Let me look.
We're working on
Might
it.
be if you have a volume on your end, because I'm gonna check. 1, 2. Yeah, we're sending out for sure. So might see. Oh wait, microphone muted. Let's check this.
How about now?
Does that work?
Yes.
All
There we go.
right.
Okay, perfect.
James works some magic again. Hi, Wendy. This is Pastor Dan, and I'm here with Pastor Dave. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you fellas doing?
We're doing wonderful.
Pretty
You look
well.
pretty relaxed there. That's all right.
Hey, this is a really hard job that we have.
Oh,
you know.
Somebody
for
has to
heaven's
do
sake.
it though.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, it's rough. I'm on the couch. I've got a cappuccino. It's a hard life. So Wendy, you are the executive director at Habitat for Humanity here in Findlay. Would you just share with us a little bit about how you got involved with Habitat and what all you guys do?
Right on. Well, Findlay's my hometown, but I have been a nonprofit girl my whole life, primarily in Michigan. And I came back home to be with family in 2006 and started looking around for something to do in the nonprofit world. And Habitat was looking for their first executive director. So I was very blessed to be able to find this opportunity. It had been a completely volunteer-driven organization since its founding in '99, and they were getting ready to build their 12th house and knew they wanted to keep on building and grow. And so I was invited into the organization, and they can't get rid of me now. They don't know what they did, but I've been here ever since. So I started with house number 12 with the organization, and currently the Apostle Build is house number 45.
Wow.
So I've been really blessed to be a partner and see lives changed with so many families over the years. It's really been an honor.
That's excellent. And you are there's a house being built right now. And what can you share with us about the build that's happening right now?
Absolutely. Well, Habitat has been building 2 new homes a year. This has been an interesting year just because there's a little thing called a pandemic. It hasn't slowed us down. We've been really blessed there too. And that we usually build in the spring and in the fall. Right now we are building Apostle Build, which is house number 45. And it's our 8th all-church build that we've been blessed to partner with the faith-based community on. And the way an Apostle Build works is we invite churches to become 1/12 of the event. And they provide financial means for us to purchase the materials, all the volunteers for a day, all the food, and of course prayer over the event. And so we are, just like Jesus, have our 12 apostles. And St. Mark's United Methodist Church has been there since Apostle Day number 1. Mm-hmm. And we're just so honored to have you back again and all your membership and congregation to come out and help volunteer. So St. Mark's Day is coming up soon, this week, as a matter of fact, on Friday. And we're excited to have a team out. And so folks will come out, they'll volunteer. We have 3 shifts, 8 to noon, 1 to 5, and 5 to 8. The shifts teams are a little bit smaller, so we added a 3rd shift just to keep everyone safe during this time. The only thing that's really different on the build is we ask you to wear a mask. Everything else, it's a great Habitat experience, and we're building in partnership with Allison Boyer and her 4 children. So this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's a little bit bigger than our normal 3-bedroom that we build. So we can accommodate her ever-growing family.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah. Talk about Allison, and you said she had 4 kids.
Yeah.
One of the things that I appreciate about Habitat is I know that the people that you that receive these homes, they really put in a lot of work, a lot of sweat equity. So can you talk a little bit about that, about what that process is for people who receive a home from Habitat?
Yeah, how are they selected in the first place?
Yeah, that's great. And And actually, we like to use the terminology that the family is going to purchase the home.
Yes.
So, and that's the truth. We do not give homes away at Habitat. And the other good news to share as I go into the application a little bit is we're accepting applications now for 2021. So if anyone is in need of shelter or knows of anyone in need of shelter who's always dreamed of owning their own home and cannot qualify for a conventional mortgage, Habitat is where you want to come and see us. In order to qualify for a Habitat home, you have to meet at least 3 criteria. You have to have the ability to pay, but our families are all low income, but at least demonstrate you have ability to pay for a mortgage, because you're going to take out a mortgage with Habitat. We're going to be your bank, and we offer a mortgage at 0% interest. Then you also have a willingness to go through financial education, budgeting courses. We use Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. I know St. Mark's does too, and offer that to our families, and that's a requirement. And then, of course, partnership and willingness to partner. All our families have to do 400 sweat equity hours. If there's 1 adult in the household, if there's 2 adults in the household, we ask for 500 sweat equity hours. And that's working side by side with volunteers like from St. Mark's and earning that sweat equity. And then, of course, a $500 down payment also is saved. And that's part of the Dave Ramsey budgeting course work that we do to make sure they have plenty of time to save. So Allison actually applied to our program 3 years ago. She had a lot she had to work on, and from a financial standpoint, and we've been working with her, and she's been putting in the work, and finally got partnered up with the home process about a year ago. So she's been working really hard on her sweat equity. I think she's done with her part. She's got a little bit more to get from family and friends, but she's doing really, really well. And attended Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. She's in a good financial position where we believe she's going to be successful in home ownership.
Excellent.
That is really cool. So that's how you select them. What exactly is the sweat equity? Is it on the homes that your home, or is it on other homes?
Sure. Well, we had a pandemic this spring, and we had a 6-bedroom, 2-bath we were trying to finish up. So Allison actually worked on Rachel's house, which was house number 44. She's also done some work here at our restore. So Habitat also has a restore out at 1200 Commerce Parkway. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. And that's sort of the wheel that churns all this build and repair activity that we do. If you donate what you no longer want, we'll turn around and sell it, and those proceeds help us build homes. So she also volunteered some at the restore, and then she does have a full-time position, but she's been able to work, especially the night shifts and otherwise, on her own house, as well as numerous Saturdays to get ready for the build. So any Habitat work, she's spoken at a couple of churches. That also qualifies for sweat equity. And been in the churches themselves, and so a little bit of this and a little bit of that as ways she can earn her sweat equity.
And you mentioned the restore, which you guys just moved in that nice, beautiful, huge space, but
and we filled it up.
Yeah, but that's a nice opportunity as well. If you're not really into construction and building, there's opportunities there at the restore to volunteer, correct?
We use volunteers for everything. So we are governed by a 20-member board of directors, and they are active. They each run a committee, a fundraising committee, a construction committee, a repair committee. I mean, there's so many committees you can get involved in if you like to plan and do. If you just want to show up for a couple of hours, we will absolutely take you at the restore. You can run a cash register. You can help us stage furniture and appliances. You can help us clean everything that comes in, because we're cleaning everything. So there's lots of ways you can do that for just a couple hours at a time. And then we also serve families with critical home repair, which is if you own your home and can't afford a repair that might make you warmer, safer, or drier, then you can apply to Habitat. We have an application for all of this online at habitatfinley.org, and we'll walk you through everything you need to do for that. But we've built handicap ramps, we've modified bathrooms, furnaces, hot water heaters, electrical, roofs, The only thing we won't touch is your foundation, but we'll refer you on if you need some of that work too. So there's so much activity, so many different ways for you to volunteer. You just reach out to us and say, hey, I'm interested, and we'll get you signed up for wherever your interests are.
That's great, and we'll throw the link for that over in the comments. I believe I was watching James do that as you were talking. What is it about Habitat that that you are so passionate about? Why do you see it as so important to do this work to give people affordable housing?
Well, first, we have a housing shortage in our community, and I'm seeing families come to us in the application process that are paying anywhere from 50 to 80% of their income just to pay rent. So the standard for you, I, and everybody is no one should pay more than 30% of their income to live. That gives you the rest of your income to live, everything you need from groceries on down and all the things that happen with life. So you have to make decisions that when an emergency happens, and if you're going to feed your children, pay your rent or your mortgage, or pay the utility bill. And we want families in a financial position that they can sustain themselves. And so Habitat is about long-term sustainable change. I don't know about you, but I've tried to change a few things in my life, and that's really hard work. Yeah. And trying to change everything around your finances or the way you've been brought up. We have a lot of folks, that there's no home ownership in any of their family. Mom and dad didn't own a home, grandma and grandpa didn't own a home. And so we're really trying to start and break that generational poverty with home ownership. And Habitat never goes away from a family. We are going to walk beside you. We're going to be there for you. And we're partners for your 30-year mortgage. So when we really say we aren't going away, we're not going away. I mean, we see families go through death and loss and divorce, and having that home as that stable element in their lives has been life-changing. And I've been blessed. All these Habitat kids are my kids. I'd see graduations and marriages and going off on their own and becoming successful, knowing they had a great, healthy place to grow up, and then seeing what these kids are able to accomplish. The rewards are overwhelming. Yeah. And as volunteers, you get to work side by side with that family, and you can follow their story and know. And all of our families have been successful. We have not had to foreclose on any of our 45 homes. We've had families that have gotten married and been able to successfully get a conventional mortgage. So all of those dreams, keep growing and expanding, and starting with that home is where it all starts.
Wendy, I so appreciate the work that you do in our community. This is the second Apostle Bill that I'll get to have some part of. I would have been more, but I had moved away for a while, but I'm back. But the first one that I was a part of was for my aunt and uncle, Neil and Cheryl McGinley.
Uncle Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just know how much that changed their lives. And then sadly, Neil passed away in the house that they were able to build about a year after. But that, I can't tell you how much it meant to our family that they had the opportunity to experience that for Cheryl to be able to be okay after he was gone. I mean, she's going to be okay now, and is, and just so thankful for the work that Habitat does. And, like I said, my family has gotten to see it firsthand. And so that's a part of why I'm so passionate about it, because I've seen it work.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And they'll always be my first family. I still take Cheryl to Chinese, and we still stay in touch, and just to keep our hands on her, know, and that's what this is about. And it's a journey, and life's a journey, and having a safe place to lay your head at night really can make a difference.
Yep, absolutely. Wendy, thank you so much for everything that you all do, and we're excited to partner with you this Friday and in other ways in the future. And thanks for taking a little bit of time with us today.
Well, thanks for the opportunity, and thanks everybody for volunteering with Habitat. We're very grateful.
All right, thanks. Have a
Take
good day.
care.
You too.
All right. Yeah, and I've shared some of that before, but that's a part of what I really love about Habitat is I've gotten to see it work firsthand, and I'm so thankful for the peace that gave
Oh, I'm sure.
Neil in that last year, and so absolutely a beautiful thing.
That is even their motto, empowering others by giving them a home. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. I saw this morning a post about Habitat, and there's this great image of Jimmy Carter, former President Jimmy Carter, who's very involved with Habitat for Humanity, and he's 95 years old, I think, and had fallen, and he had 2 black eyes and bruises and stuff, but he showed up to help build a home the next day anyway. Wow. And so he's out there all bruised up and putting building something with 2x4s. So I was I hope if I live to be that age that I still find ways to go out and do good in the world.
One thing that might keep him young,
Yeah, absolutely. What probably will limit my years is trying to eat every pizza in Findlay, but you gotta take the good with the bad.
Yin and yang.
But we are thankful for everybody who signed up to help out with Habitat, and I think it's important during this time. That's one thing we've mentioned that people are missing are ways in which you can still do something for someone. I know things are starting to open back up a little bit more, but man, just finding ways to be able to go out and do some good, put some good out there into the world, be the hands and feet of Christ for somebody.
Speaking of, what a segue.
Yes.
September 18th.
September 18th.
We are providing lunch.
Oh, yes.
For the teachers at Lincoln School. Just to say, hey, we know this has been probably this month of September will feel like 10 years for you.
Yes.
But we'd like to just show our appreciation, and we're going to provide lunch. But most importantly, we're going to do cards for each of the teachers. So look for that. That'll be a great opportunity for you just to create a card or buy a card, however you want to do it, and just put some thought behind it and some good wishes. That'd be really cool.
I think that'll be a beautiful thing. Working with Jim Smarkle, helping make this happen. But we'll provide lunch. Just show them that we care. And I really think anything we can do, cards for all the teachers, anything that we can do right now to actually do something, to actually physically do something good for someone else. To share the love of Christ with someone else. I really feel like that's been a big part of. I think that's a big part of what's been missing for a lot of people. During this time, it's energizing to me and it's mood lifting to me to do something. Maybe it's something small and sacrificial for someone else, it feels like a lot of the opportunities to do those things have been so limited, but now we're starting to come up with some of these things,
right.
Some of these different ways as things are slowly reopening. There are now starting to be some ways that we can go out and
we're going to
serve.
talk a little bit about this on Sunday because when Jesus talked about, when I was hungry, where were you? When I was cold, where were you? We often tend to look at that as Christians as that's about them. But it's really about us.
Yeah.
It's really about Jesus saying you have a part to play in my in expanding my kingdom. And
Right.
really, the transformation happens within you too.
Yeah.
Doing these things and giving of yourself, whether it be making a card, whether it be working on an apostle build, whether it be going to a foreign country and working with a different culture, it's all about transforming you as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It brings you into the kingdom.
Yeah. So, I mean, and sometimes I have to put my money where my mouth is, because we do a good job talking about this, but actually going out and doing it. So, a couple days ago, I got a call from Carla Benjamin, who we've had on this show before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking on the name of the organization.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the one with the jail, right?
Yeah, basically it's a part of what they do is help come up with mentors for people who have been imprisoned and things like this. And she called me up and said, "Hey, actually, we've had a couple of people who have asked for a pastor. Would you come in?" And I'll just be honest. A lot of times, people ask me to do stuff, and I try to immediately come up with an excuse of why I can't.
Yeah.
Like, what do I have going on? Do I have something going on? And like, you know what? I can take some time. There's people that want to talk with Pastor. I'm in. So that's what I'll be doing after this today. Is heading to the jail and talking with a couple of guys, and So because I need to do those things too, because they do. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn in any way, because my immediate thought is, how do I get out of something? But I had the realization that I need to do something for someone else to help them and to help me. When I don't serve, when I don't try to practice what I preach, when I don't try to put my faith into action, my faith struggles. I mean, we use the analogy a lot, and it's a corny analogy in the church, but it works, about like exercising your faith muscle, right? It's a corny analogy, but it's true, and it atrophies if you don't use it. And so I think it's important for us to do these kinds of things. And so I hope that if you're watching, that you'll find a way, whether it's Habitat or helping out with providing some meals for the teachers at Lincoln, or just writing a card, calling up some people who are homebound. We're still doing that. Yeah. I mean, if that's something you're interested in, we've got people who are homebound in the hospital, in the nursing homes, things like that. And that's a struggle for me, is we can't go in most of these places right now. So there's a lot of people who just need some extra love, some extra touches.
We've put together a team that has done some pretty awesome things.
That's great.
With that. So that's cool. And it's still, you can help with that without actually going in.
Yeah.
They've even done things like decorated their doors and that sort of thing, just to let them know that. I do have to say, I almost made myself laugh, because you were thinking of the name of the organization, and I was like, Sturdy Wings. And I'm like, no, that's the organization from the movie Role Models. And I'm like, no, that's not. But didn't it have something to do with wings? No, maybe not.
I hate that I'm drawing a blank. I'm going to find out what it is, and I'm going to share their Facebook page, because I feel
just
bad.
Because you volunteer for them doesn't mean you should know their name. But whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible. It happens.
It happens.
Things coming up. We've shared about some of them. Also, this Friday evening at 8:30 in Mound Park, we're going to be a cool family event. Outside, watch a movie, Onward. It's a great movie. And so it'll be a fun thing to take the kids to. Go check that out. Corinne will be posting a Spark Online video today for the kids, so be sure to watch that. And then Church this Sunday, 10 a.m. Our person who's sharing their story
As a college student,
is a college student, so it'll be very cool.
Jonna Richter.
Jonna Richter. Yep. So, so show up for that. It'll be really good. I think that's it. James, do we have anything else from the feed over there?
He's tuning instruments.
The feed is quiet.
The feed is quiet. Okay. Well, I think that's it then. So, tell you what, play the church chat theme song, and then I'm going to look up this organization real quick so that I don't.
You want me to do that? You want to talk after the theme song?
Is that okay? I'm just going to mention it.
It is unorthodox.
It's
but
a gross change from the norm here.
I'm sorry.
is there some kind of
Just hang on. Welcome to a new life. That's it. Welcome to a new life. Got it.
I know you were going to blurt that out in the middle of our song.
Welcome to a new life.
not sturdy
That's it.
wings?
Not sturdy wings
Yeah.
or boneless wings.
Yes. Welcome to a new life.
All right. That's all we got for today. We will see you guys next week. Possible pizza taste testing.
Possible
next week.
pizza taste test.
All right.
And
Sounds
we
good.
need a guest for next week.
That's right.
Well, I think Tina. We'll get Tina.
Yes, that's good.
All right. Oh,
I have a
James
cigar
has
box
the
guitar.
cigar box guitar that he built himself.
Actually, this particular one was built by a friend of mine named Josh Denning.
Well, there you go.
He's
Shout
the
out
one
to
that
Josh.
he's the one that taught me how to do it. Actually,
Very cool.
so yeah,
All right.
out of Bowling Green. All
All
right,
right,
here
we'll
we
see you
go.
guys next
Church
week.
chat. Let's see if I can make this work. There it is.
Oh, you're amazing. See you guys later.
He's even got the slidey thing.